Hi guys, my name is Lucia, and today I have another video in my series Make Up Your Mind, where I talk about makeup related things I have made my mind up about. If you have missed any previous videos in this series, I will link my playlist down below. I have recently been getting a lot of questions about my opinions on subscription boxes. My topic today is why subscription boxes are a gimmick. And I want to put a disclaimer in the very beginning of this video. I am perfectly well aware that for the majority of people who subscribe to these boxes, it's not that big a deal. It's just not that deep. Most people who subscribe to these boxes just like the idea of surprise and like the idea of having new makeup every month, and I am not here to tell you how to spend your money. If you have $10 to $20 extra to spend every month on a box and you love the boxes and they inspire you, don't let anything I'm about to say think that we can't be friends or that we're on different sides. I just want to come from a different angle, and I want to talk about maybe certain things about subscription boxes that maybe you didn't think about before, or just put them in a different light. I will also say I have never owned a beauty subscription, but I have been watching unboxings since I was in 8th grade. I have watched these consistently. I still watch them. I really enjoy people's BoxyCharm unboxings because I like to see what other people get, which is weird because I would never want one myself. But yes, that was my disclaimer, and now let's get into the video. My number one reason why I don't like subscription boxes is most of the stuff you get in the box you would never ever purchase with your own money. Now, when I think about subscription boxes, I usually think about BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm is $20 or $22 a month. I know Ipsy used to be really popular, but I think that not as many people like it anymore because it's more or less a lot of samples. I know BoxyCharm is full-size things. So for BoxyCharm, with these full-size items or any box where you get full-size items, a lot of this stuff, not only would you not purchase with your own money, but you just had no interest in it. It's the type of thing where, you know, if you get a different color eyeliner or a bright purple blush, you just weren't ever interested in that type of product before it came in your box. And I personally would much rather save $22 a month and spend maybe $40 every 2 months on one high-end thing that I really want and that really speaks to me, and this is just because of my spending habits and the way that I don't really bring a lot of makeup into my life and my collection. I don't like the idea of maybe getting a box and half the products you don't even want and you just have to declutter them. I don't like that. I want to do research on the products I'm getting and know that I'm going to enjoy the products and know that every product that I bring into my life is going to add value to my collection. Now, going off of what I said about Ipsy, a lot of these boxes will send you tiny sizes of things, whether it's a little sample packet, or the thing that I'm specifically thinking of is when the Balm has products in Ipsy or whatever it is, they send tiny squares the size of like the Lorac Pro palette, the size of those eyeshadows. They send these squares for their blushes and their bronzers, and it's like, what? How are you going to use that? I remember a while ago I would see these big beauty gurus say, oh, this is so exciting, I love this product, and I always remember there was a couple people who would always say, how the hell am I supposed to use this? How am I supposed to get my brush into this? Even if you get an amazing product, sometimes it's so small or they give you so little of it that it can be hard to make it worth it. It can be hard to say, oh yeah, like I really got my money's worth, or even that you want to use it. If you have something that's seriously so small or it gives you so little of the product that you don't even want to use it, there's really no point. Going off of that, I know I touched on this a little already, but a lot of the products in these subscription boxes don't fit your needs. And it totally makes sense. They are targeting a massive audience. They are sending these boxes to people with all different skin types and skin tones and desires and wants, and there is no way they can please everyone, but they do their best. And because of that, there's always going to be one thing in the box that you don't like. Maybe you really only want makeup and they send a hair care product or they send skincare. Maybe you are really into nudes and they send a bright pink lipstick. Sometimes you'll get a really high-end brand, but the color is crazy, which leads me to my next point, which is they send crazy colors. They send really bright colors that for most people it wouldn't work. And I think the reason they do that is because nude lipsticks work different for so many different people, and it can be challenging if you want to send a nude lipstick. That's not going to be nude for everyone. But I see these people open these boxes, they get a bright pink NARS lipstick, and basically every time anyone gets a lipstick in a subscription box, I think to myself, I would never ever use that. I would just never use it. It doesn't matter how high-end the brand is, it doesn't matter how great the quality is. I know a lot of people in their most recent BoxyCharm, they got a blush from a popular brand. It's escaping my mind, but I'll put it on the screen now, and the blush is bright pink. And I think it was Lauren May Beauty who talked about this, that how is that going to fit everyone's needs? It would have been way more helpful if they put a nude blush in the BoxyCharm. The amount of people who use bright colors compared to neutral colors is not that many. Most people wear neutral colors. I don't. I wear color on my eyes. But if I were to get a bright pink lipstick, I would not use that. I don't wear bright pinks on my lips. Another thing that I'm pretty sure Jessica Braun used to talk about is it is so hard to get some of these brands. I think it's great that they are putting lesser known brands into boxes, but sometimes you just can't find the brand, and if you get a tiny, tiny, tiny size of something and then you want to buy it, sometimes it's really expensive or shipping costs a lot. So it can be frustrating when you get this tiny size and you think, oh, well, okay, but the product is great, but then you can't get it. Something else, and I cannot remember who talked about this, but I remember a video about this, is sometimes in subscription boxes, they will put discontinued products. I think that is terrible. It's definitely the company saying, let's get rid of our stock, we'll put it in this box. They did this with the Bare Minerals product. I remember a ton of people got that powder, and it was the matte powder and the slightly shimmery powder, and when they got that, that was not currently in stock. I don't know if it has come back since then. I don't know what happened, but I remember someone saying, this was discontinued. Why are we getting this? Most people didn't notice. The person who did notice, it was astounding to me. I couldn't believe it. And that's really upsetting. You know, when something is discontinued, you can't repurchase it. It just feels like you're not getting this product because the box picked it, because the box wanted to be creative. You're getting this because a brand maybe paid them some money to put it in their box because they wanted to get rid of stock or whatever. I don't know how the business deals go, but you get what I'm saying. Plain and simple, a lot of these products just aren't good quality. Not every product that you put in a box can be good quality. If you are having a BoxyCharm box that is $22 and it's at a $120 value, you can't put the most hyped products in there ever because you're not going to make money. You have to go for lesser brands or maybe some brands that in return don't have absolutely amazing stuff. And like I said, when you get products that don't fit your needs or products that are just not good, you're left with a lot of stuff in your collection that just takes up clutter. And I am the type of person where I hate when makeup takes up clutter in my collection. It doesn't work. I only want to own what I absolutely love. With getting 5 or 6 or 7 products a month, every month, you don't know what you're gonna get, and if a product isn't good or you don't like it, it's a constant replenishment of these products in your collection that you may not love. A lot of these boxes send out makeup brushes, but another thing that Lauren May Beauty talked about in her recent BoxyCharm unboxing, I'll link that video down below, is that they don't always send practical brush shapes. We know what kind of brushes a lot of people use. People use fluffy blending brushes, they use fluffy brushes for powder and for blush, and sometimes they will send these crazy shapes and you have to scratch your head and think, how am I going to use that? And you know, you might use it to test it out, and it's great to use if other things are dirty or if you're in a pinch and you're trying to do a different technique or something, but it's frustrating that they are not putting in stuff that is going to be in your everyday routine. Now, this isn't always. Sometimes they do, but I've noticed a lot of times, or they'll have one brush that works and then 2 or 3 or 4 that are weird shapes. Again, that starts to take up a lot of clutter. If you're getting 5 new brushes every month but only one of them works, you do the math. Like, it's a lot of brushes at the end of the year that you're not using just for that one that you like. My last point is something that is very personal because it does involve the money aspect. Again, I am not trying to tell you how to spend your money. This is just something, if I were to get boxes, I wouldn't be able to look look at it this way. A lot of people look at the boxes as a free box or even something they got as PR, even though they're paying for it. And they kind of don't want to think about the price stamp, and they just want to think, oh, like, I win or I lose, but it doesn't matter. I didn't put anything into this. And for me, you are putting something into that. You're putting a lot of money every month into that. And I don't like the idea of putting money into something and then saying, oh, well, this might not matter. Or if I don't like this, it was free. I don't like the idea of thinking of something as free if it wasn't. Again, that's very personal, but just for me, that's another reason why I think that boxes can be gimmicky or problematic. It's something you're paying for every month and you really don't think about it. Or maybe you think, oh, well, this is an $120 value even if I would never purchase any of this on my own. It does not matter if the value is $1,000. If you wouldn't purchase any of that stuff on your own, the value, it just doesn't matter because it's just clutter either way. It's the same thing as if you buy something that's high-end but you don't like it. It doesn't matter if it's high-end, you don't like it. It's the same concept. Okay, that's it for this video. I am very curious to see how this video will go down. I really don't know what kind of feedback you guys are going to give me. Please be nice. Let's have a discussion. I know that most of you probably disagree with what I said, but I would love to hear your points. Please share them in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.